Brenda. What are you two doing?
Just working on a school project for the social science class. We have to construct a building.
What kind of building?
Any kind, really. It could be a skyscraper, or a log cabin, or a pyramid.
That doesn't sound too bad. That's what the teachers would like you to think. But it has to be made of individual pieces put together. It can't be a solid block of wood or a piece of foam.
Oh, so that's a little more trickier.
And it has to be self-supporting. Do you know what that means?
Yeah, it has to stand on its own without anything supporting it.
Exactly. That's where it gets tricky.
Shh, here come Gloria and Henry. They're working on the same project. We don't want them to get ideas by looking at our hard work.
Hello there. All right, work on your assignments? What are you using for your materials?
Just this and that.
We're practically finished, in fact.
May we see? You'll just be bored. And I'm sure you're busy on your own work. You probably don't have time to stop and visit.
Right. You're probably in a big hurry. So you better get going.
Oh, sorry. We didn't mean to bother you. See you later, I guess.
What was that all about?
I've heard that Gloria and Henry are cheaters. They get other people's ideas and copy them. And then they claim that they thought of them themselves.
Did you see that happen? Well, no, but I heard it from Richie, who heard it from Karen, who heard it from Steve.
It sounded to me like they were just being nice.
You can never tell, and better safe than sorry.
I suppose so. But anyway, you're almost finished. So you want to go play football when you're done?
Almost finished? Are you kidding?
But you just said,
We're not even close. We can't seem to make anything work. Every idea we try just falls apart as soon as we try to pick it up.
I just feel like giving up.
Did you pray about it?
Pray about it? A school project? Seriously?
come on now. Just 2 weeks ago, our Sunday school lesson was about praying and asking God to help us in everything we do.
But schoolwork?
Why, sure.
I never thought about praying. Do you think God would answer the problem?
I think he brings to your mind the things that you've learned and then helps you figure out an answer to the problem.
No matter what, we always find help when we rely on God.
Okay, team, let's huddle up for a prayer. Then we'll try again. Thanks.
Well, how's it going? Better today?
Absolutely. After we asked God to help yesterday, we started talking about where the problems were.
We were using pretty heavy pieces to make the building. We thought it would make it sturdier and stronger.
But we didn't even think about the base. It was too weak to support the weight of the building. That's where our problem was.
I see. My sister was working on the same project, and she had a terrible time. She finally gave up and made a log cabin out of Lincoln logs. I don't think she's going to get a very good grade.
So it was the foundation of the building that was giving you trouble. Yeah, the funny thing is, we decided yesterday that as we worked on it, we'd sing some campfire songs to help us get focused.
We started singing, "The wise man built his house upon the rock," and then all of a sudden we looked at each other and realized that was our mistake. We weren't building on a firm foundation.
Just like you told us out. We need to ask, and God will brought it to our minds.
That's great.
Looking at these pieces you used, it reminds me of the story from Helaman in the Book of Mormon. So, the one about the building on the rock of our Redeemer. And when we do, nothing can have power over us.
That was one of my favorite parts. God is so strong and mighty, and if we build on him, we'll always be safe. Wait a minute. First we're talking about skyscrapers on a firm foundation, and now we're talking about building on God?
What it means is that everything we do is based on God's Word. We need to read and study so we know what His Word tells us. then we need to do those things. We build our lives on what he tells us.
It is so important to know his word, because how can we obey him when we don't know what he tells us?
So it's just like to have a firm, solid foundation with your building. It's like to have a firm, solid foundation with God.
It didn't do us any good to have all the strong pieces to build if we didn't have the foundation we needed.
Do you remember the story of Shem? He knew all about God's law, but he didn't want to keep them. He had the pieces, just like your building, but he didn't have a firm foundation because he didn't want it.
And just like your building did yesterday, Sharon went falling down.
I'm sure glad that we have the right foundation now.
I think there's one more thing you might want to do.
Are you asking us to go apologize to Gloria and Henry?
Apologize? Why? What happened?
Everyone knows they use other people's ideas and then get good grades without doing any of the work themselves.
Now, where did that rumor come from?
It's not a rumor. I heard it from Richie, who heard it from Karen, who heard it from Steve. Okay, I guess it could be a rumor.
I think the important thing we have to remember is that you can't ask God to be with you part of the time. If we want his help and direction, we have to be willing to do what he wants all of the time.
That means we need to set things right with Gloria and Henry.
It sounds like that's the best thing to do.
If God is your foundation, you can't build on that with rumors or bad feelings toward other people.
But look, they've got their friends with them. And the other people in their team. What if they're all mad?
What if they are? Remember, if God is your foundation, then we'll always be okay. Ask and he'll give you the right words.
Okay, I guess we'll go talk to him.
Wait, I'll go with you.
What are you doing here?
We came to tell Gloria and Henry we're sorry about the way we acted yesterday.
Huh? What?
We're kind of sorry that we were kind of mean yesterday.
Why would you be mean for no reason?
We were having trouble with our project, and we were afraid that you were going to copy us.
Copy someone who couldn't figure out what they were doing?
Oh, stop. Don't make fun of them. Why would you think that we wanted to copy your project?
That would be my fault. I listened to some people I shouldn't have and let their words make a difference on how I treated you. I feel bad about that.
It's okay. I'm just glad you know now that those things aren't true. We just want to be friends.
What made you change your mind?
Jesus, we wanted to build our lives on him.
I don't understand that at all.
It all starts with having a rock to build on. And there's nothing more solid than Jesus.